Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a math puzzle that, can sometimes seem a little tricky. But I promise, by the end of this, you'll see it's actually pretty easy, and maybe even a little fun. Okay, let's just dive right in.
So take a look at this on your screen. At first glance, 3/8 times 16/25. Yeah, that can look like a lot. You're probably thinking, do I really have to multiply 8 times 25? That's going to be a big number.
But hey, don't even worry about it. Think of multiplying fractions like a secret code. And today I'm going to give you the secret keys to crack pretty much any fraction problem you see. It is way, way easier than you think.
All right, so here it is, the number one most important key of all. This is your brand new math superpower, the power to simplify. This is the first thing you should always be looking for. And this right here is the golden rule. Seriously, if you remember one thing today, make it this. Always, and I mean always, simplify before you multiply. Trust me, it makes the numbers smaller, the math way easier, and it makes you a whole lot faster.
So how do we use this superpower? Well, you've got two main methods. First up is the up and down check. You just look at one fraction and see if you can simplify it by itself. Like 4/8 can become 1/2. Then there's the second way, and this one is a real game changer. The crisscross check. This is where you look at the numbers diagonally and see if they have anything in common.
All right, enough talk. Let's put these keys to use. We're going right back to that problem from the beginning, and this time we're going to solve it together the easy way.
Okay, check this out. See how the 8 and the 16 are diagonal from each other? This is the perfect time for that crisscross method. So, what number goes into both 8 and 16? Yep, you got it, 8. So, 8 divided by 8 is just 1, and 16 divided by 8 is 2. Just like that, we've made this problem way simpler before we even started multiplying.
And just look at that. See how powerful that first key is? Instead of that kind of messy problem from before, we have this super simple one. 3/1 times 2/25. So much better, right?
Okay, now for the easy part. Once everything is as simple as it can be, you just multiply straight across. That's it. You multiply the top numbers together, and then you multiply the bottom numbers together.
And boom, there it is. 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 times 25 is 25. Our final answer is 6/25. See that? By simplifying first, we didn't have to do any big, tricky multiplication at all.
Awesome job! Okay, so you've totally nailed multiplying a fraction by a fraction. But what happens when you see a fraction and a whole number? Let's unlock that next level.
So you'll often see problems written out just like this. What is 1/3 times of 12? Now that little tiny word of, that's actually a secret clue. It's telling you exactly what to do. And here's the secret. In math, whenever you see the word of, it pretty much always just means multiply. So of is really just another way of saying times. It's like a little translation key for the problem.
So when we see 1/3 of 12, our brain can immediately translate that into 1/3 times 12. And now it looks like a problem we know how to handle.
And you actually have two great ways you can solve this. The first way, which is super fast, is to just take that whole number, 12, multiply it by the top number, which is 1, so that gives you 12, then divide that by the bottom number, 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Easy. Or you can do it the fraction way. You can turn any whole number into a fraction by just putting it over a 1. So 12 becomes 12/1. Now you've got 1/3 times 12/1, and you can solve it exactly like we did before.
And just like that, you've done it. You've officially unlocked all the secrets to multiplying fractions. You now have this awesome toolkit you can use to solve these problems with no problem at all.
So let's do a quick recap of the powerful tools in your new kit. First, remember that of just means times. Easy. Second, any whole number can become a fraction just by putting it over 1. Third, and this is the big one, always simplify before you multiply, either up and down or crisscross. And finally, when you're ready, multiply straight across. That's it. That's the whole secret code.
Seriously, you started this with a problem that looked kind of tricky, and you totally cracked it. You now have all the skills you need to tackle any fraction multiplication problem that comes your way. So the only question left is, what are you going to solve next?